Okay, and here we have the kit laid out. This is one half of the kit. You will get enough parts in the kit to make a complete set pair of Alco trucks. And the main parts of the kit are, number one, the side frame. And these ones have a few cosmetic flaws, but then again, this is going to be the set I'm going to be using, so I can work around them. And you'll notice that there's a front and back to them. The front is reasonably detailed. There is supposed to be a logo here in the middle on some of them. Some of the prototype versions, but they were manufactured by several different manufacturers, and they had quite a few different logos in the middle there, and on a lot of the pictures I just really couldn't see the details on it, so I left those out. But again, this is the side frame. You get two of those. This is the bolster. This is a one-piece solid bolster. And I cast the bolster. I designed it so that you could take and you could mount a motor right in there. So you can mount the motor directly to the frame so that it is nice and rigid, and you can run chains from the motor to both ends of the axles, or to both axles. We also have the brake beams, the end sills or brake beams, and I decided to, instead of having a bolt together, I decided that to drill and pin them would probably be the better idea. As you can see on the prototype model, that center bolster and the side frames are pretty much one solid unit, so the brake beams, aside from just keeping any end play from happening on the side frames, really are just there for more cosmetics than anything else. So drilled holes in the ends of the side frames and put the brake beam in between them, and probably either drill it and pin it, or use some glue of some type or other, like a JB weld or something like that, would hold those in place nicely. Alright, these are the journal boxes. I tried to make them look as prototypical as possible. These are the bearing caps for the journal boxes. They go in something like this. They would go in there after it's cleaned up a little bit. And for the end of the journal boxes, I even added one more little detail piece, and that was the encoder. This is the little encoder block that goes on the end of the journal box, and you would cut that off in the middle here, and depending on what end it was going on, you could use this little part right here to slide a tube over to make it look like the encoder was actually hooked up. These are the Equalizer beams. This is the brake cylinders. And there is a minor difference in these. There's actually one for left side, one for right side. You get two of each. You'll notice that depending on the parting line on the casting, you have that little, this is the mounting bracket here, and it is for either right side or left side, either it's above the parting line on the right or above the parting line on the left. And these are what I lovingly refer to as the faux-ellipticals. These are the elliptical springs to make this thing look like it actually has the floating bolster gear in the middle of it. And that, in a nutshell, is the Odd Duck Foundry AAR Class B truck kit. Stay tuned for further assembly instructions. Probably the next thing I am going to show is the machining of the bolster.